You breathing in and out of my
I'm a butt man. I'm a butt man.
I love to squeeze him. I love to touch him. I love to kick him because I'm a butt man. Because I'm a butt man.
Hello and welcome to Nation of a Conversation.
Because there's no stopping hockey, right? There's no timeouts really.
There's no stopping this show.
It goes over the glass. That's the only out of bounds.
They just they don't ever really cut away.
They have
commercials.
Scheduled commercials.
It's like
after 8 minutes, when there's a whistle, they'll have a commercial break. But they'll wait for a whistle, and then after when there's 4 minutes to go or
the
something.
NBA where they just blow the plays dead.
TV timeout.
No, they will take TV timeouts, but it's after a whistle, after so many minutes or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, no timeouts in soccer. You get full action, 90 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. I guess you get a halftime.
Yeah,
You get one big break.
Yeah,
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Is that what it is? 10 minutes?
10 to 15.
That's not enough.
10.
That's not enough. Too short. Too short of a break.
Is it true that Charles Barkley's retiring?
From TV?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Shaq should retire.
he should.
Charles is retiring from TV?
I don't know if that's true.
Where'd you hear that?
I think Tom Cashin told me that.
Oh. Does he watch a lot of basketball?
No, but he likes Charles Barkley.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
Charles is funny.
he's funny, and then he speaks his mind,
Oh, okay. That's why I like him. Speaks his mind.
and then also because he's funny.
He is funny. He's funny. Okay. It's episode 335 of the Nation Conversation. We are here. We're going to review Jumanji,
The next
The
level.
Next Level, which you had already seen, Bill.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
How
And
was
I watched
that?
it and I was like, yeah, I've definitely seen this
How
already.
is that possible? The man who never sees any movies.
He only sees the bad movies,
Only
apparently.
the horrible movies.
This
that
isn't
are
a horrible movie.
This is
The
not
movies where
horrible at all.
most people are like, I don't want to see that.
He
That's
will
what
see it.
Bill sees.
Yeah.
I saw this with children on a vacation.
Unless
On a rainy
Christopher
day.
Nolan makes a movie, then you will see that.
Then I will definitely see it.
That's the only movie you'll go
Although
see.
it took me a long time to see Tenet.
Yeah, well, that's because Tenet came out in the pandemic. When were you going to
right.
see it?
And that's another one I rented. I rented Tenet.
Like a PlayStation rental or
Yeah.
a Redbox?
Did
Yeah,
you understand?
PlayStation.
Did you understand Tenet?
No.
Not
The-
even.
We'll
That-
see it at
yeah.
least one time more now that I've seen it to see if I can understand it now. But no,
Right.
the answer is no, I did not understand it.
Okay.
I'm going to have to watch that one, too. That
Yeah.
one's
It's good.
Interstellar.
It's entertaining, but it's very confusing.
The problem is I don't focus enough to watch stuff like that.
Mm.
Like, I'm always on my phone. I'm addicted. It's
See, that's
bad.
why I do the opposite of that, where I just watch movies 20 minutes at a time. I've been watching Scarface for a full month now. I'm halfway through.
You can do what I do, just watch the same movies over and over again. I swear to God, the summer I moved here, and there was an air conditioner only in one room. We didn't have all the air conditioners yet. I every night watch Bull Durham. Every fucking night. It's it's in there. It's in the PlayStation. I could just watch Bull Durham again.
For that reason, I recently rewatched Revenant. Still good.
I could just do it again.
Because it was the actual DVD
Yeah,
that you
the
had?
disc was in there, and it's let me look at Netflix. Oh, I don't want to watch all this.
Yeah.
I don't want any of this. I could just watch Bull Durham for the 8th night in a row.
2-0.
Oh.
But yeah, I recently rewatched The Revenant because the DVD is on my PlayStation.
Oh,
I'm
there you go.
I enjoy this movie. Let's watch this again. It's been a while.
Watch that bear fuck a dude.
Yep. And then you get to watch Leo do some deep breathing for about an hour and a half.
A lot.
some-
If they had
some-
cut, yeah.
Who
Oh
was
my
it?
God.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Who
Who literally
uses-
couldn't understand, right?
He uses
what I
the
heard?
Bane voice
Yeah.
in this movie as well. Well, it's not- well,
He's like a frontiersman. Is that what he is?
yeah.
Evil. He's evil, right? Tom Hardy's evil in it.
I mean, he's evil if you think evil is leaving one guy to die and then stabbing his son to death.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
evil.
maybe the stabbing the son to death part is evil.
But like the son was going to try to not let him do it, and he was just trying to survive himself.
Okay.
I mean, he was pretty evil.
Yeah.
He stabbed a kid,
Oh, it was a kid,
Like
not
a-
like a.
like a 14 to 16-year-old kid,
Okay, yeah, that's evil. Yeah.
and then just left him in the woods and said he must have run away.
Not nice, Tom. Not nice.
Yeah.
Real quick, bit of housekeeping. Dan the Dan Hep and I started up a new series of Journey of Wrestling. We did it live on YouTube.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. And we're going to keep doing it. I think we're going to try to do it every Thursday.
All right.
Try to stream it live on YouTube and see how we do. And people seem to... There were some... We made it a podcast, too. So you can listen to the audio form if you want to. And not watch YouTube.
What did you pick as your journey?
The dawn of the Attitude Era.
Of course.
WCW 1996, right before Bash at the Beach. So we booked Bash at the Beach.
Did Hollywood Hogan turn and all?
Hogan went evil. He beat Ric Flair for the title.
Oh,
But then I believe Hollywood Hogan got injured and we had to vacate the title.
perfect.
Or was it the other way around? Somebody got injured and we had to vacate the title. And then Hogan cheated to win.
So you are sort of booking it the way it actually happened.
We're trying to make Hogan evil because
Okay.
he is an evil person. So,
Yes.
Right? In real life, he's an evil person.
Yeah.
That's why he was so good playing an evil person.
Yeah, very good at being an asshole. Last night was Hell in the Cell. Pay-per-view.
Sure.
It was?
It
Okay.
was. I
Did not know.
We
Bill,
didn't
did
pick
you
it.
get an email?
Not this time.
We did not pick it because we never really pick Hell in the Cell. But I was surprised that it was moved from October to now. I guess that's a Peacock thing. They want like the big stuff right up front. Which this I don't consider Hell in the Cell to be a big show.
I mean,
To
it's
me,
got name recognition.
Yeah,
More
the
so
ma-
than like Fastlane and
got a name.
Backlash.
What was the Hell in the Cell match?
there were two. One was Bianca Belair and Bailey, I want to say, and the other
That
one
could be good.
Yeah, should
I
be.
didn't see that one. I turned it on halfway through. The first thing I saw was Alexa Bliss and her stupid sock puppet, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Got a sock puppet now, huh?
Well, her puppet that like puts like hexes on Shayna Baszler.
I didn't know it was a puppet that did that.
Oh yeah, she has like one of those Bray Wyatt puppets
Okay.
named Lily. You didn't know this?
So she's
I did
just
not know
the
this.
female
Oh, man.
Bray Wyatt
Yeah,
character?
pretty much, 100%.
Okay.
So yeah, so I like muted it and walked away from that.
That's fair.
And then came back and saw I like how this new WWE move. Just put Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens on it on pay-per-view for no reason.
I mean, I'm okay with it.
People will like it.
It'd be better if
It
they
was
gave him a
fine.
storyline.
Yeah,
but
it was fine, but there's no story to it.
Were they in the cell?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
They were not. There were only 2 cell matches, I think. And then Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre again. 3 pay-per-views in a row. Because you had WrestleMania.
Does Bobby Lashley draw?
I guess. I don't have a problem with Bobby as champ, but why is he facing the same guy 3 times in a row? He faced him
lazy
at
booking?
WrestleMania Backlash, and now Hell in a Cell. 3 separate pay-per-views.
Did he win all 3?
He won all 3.
What?
So why? There was no
So Drew's
like
gotta
trade
go.
match.
Like a rubber match coming.
No.
Jesus.
So he lost them all. So I don't know what the hell is going on here. I thought it was boring. Boring as shit. Really boring show. They
Doesn't
beat
sound great.
they beat the hell out of each other, but the show was just boring. Just we've seen it. So whatever. That led me to, should they scrap Hell in a Cell as a pay-per-view?
Yes. Any of these where it's based around one match should not be.
What about Money in the Bank? Should they get rid of that and just leave it as a match that happens every once in a while instead of booking themselves in these corners?
I mean, that one I don't mind as much because it actually like leads to storytelling for the rest of the year or whatever.
I think that you're right. Yeah.
But Hell in a Cell match should not go away. It should just be like the other one that they're starting to run into the ground in NXT.
War games.
War games.
Use it when it's appropriate. You don't need to have it pre-scheduled ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
that's
does
how it
make sense.
used to be.
Hell in a Cell can be a great match.
It used to happen every once in a while when it was like, this shit is hitting the fan. We're gonna have this massive match now.
Right.
You could have a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view once a year, just not every it's going to be November every year. Just like move it around the year when you have.
When it's appropriate
Yes.
for booking.
So
Yeah,
that
that'd
would
be fun.
That's hard to promote, I guess. Just say a WWE pay-per-view is happening and not tell you what it is.
Well, I mean,
you'll name it ahead of time.
I mean,
when
you
you're building
if
the
you
match.
if you
Yeah.
book ahead of time, you would know when it was going to happen. But that's not how they do things. I liked it better when it was like, here's the match. It's so-and-so versus so-and-so. And then 3.5 years later, we bring it back for this other feud that's hot.
yeah, that would
I
be
think
fun.
that makes a lot more sense to me. But, of course, that's
But
not
if
gonna
it's your
draw
only
money.
gimmick match, it's not like they have any other gimmick matches they can use in the meantime.
Or the gimmick pay-per-views that they have.
Yeah.
are they still doing TLC?
Yeah,
Yeah.
still doing that. I'm pretty sure.
They still do the one where they're all in little boxes inside of a cage.
Elimination Chamber, I
Yep,
think,
yep,
is still
okay.
a thing.
That's
I'm pretty sure.
I was like, what are you talking? Oh, Elimination
The
Chamber,
Royal
okay.
Rumble, of course, is technically a gimmick pay-per-view.
It
Yep.
sure is. Yeah.
Yep.
Survivor Series.
Survivor Series is a gimmick pay-per-view. Yeah, they all have gimmicks.
Well, okay. How is Survivor Series a gimmick pay-per-view? Like, I
'Cause
never.
it's those tag matches where you get eliminated.
It used to be like 4 and 4, 5. It still is, I guess, but now they've made it like brand warfare.
Okay.
Yeah. It used to be random good guys versus bad guys. And, like, lead into stuff, like, make stuff happen out of nothing. Like, oh, look, Owen Hart's a bad guy because of this.
I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this, but do they at least do like Raw bad guys versus SmackDown good guys?
No.
There's-
That's
do-
the answer I have.
Here's 5 dudes that are on the SmackDown roster.
Yeah.
We're going to make them pretend that they like each other just because they hate Raw more than each other.
Right. We're going to throw away everything so that they can do this.
Yep, that's exactly what I thought.
That's why I respect it when Ciampa was up, when NXT got involved.
Right.
When they were all in the ring, supposed to be on the same team, he just sat and stared at John Gargano like angrily the entire time. I'm like, all right, well, at least someone's trying.
And they were a team.
Yeah.
Even though they were in a blood feud
Yep.
on the other show.
Yep.
Ah, boy. They never learned, too, because what did Mike say? Bronson Reed was in a dark match, and so was Karrion Kross.
Cool.
But why are there dark matches if there's no audience?
That's a good question.
I don't understand that.
Good question.
Why do you need a dark match?
So Vince can see them
Unless
because
you're going
God
to air
forbid
it.
he looks at his own product.
I guess. I don't know. Samoa Joe, we saw this one coming a mile away, came back to NXT. Can he...
Does he have a role yet?
His role is Regal's,
Enforcer?
enforcer.
Oh, he's not taking Regal's spot.
He's not taking... Regal tried to give him the spot. And then he said, no, I'm not taking that, but I will be like your friend.
Okay.
Like help you clean up shit. Which, was there a lot to clean up? I don't remember there being a
There
lot.
hadn't
Like,
been.
and there's a lot of like Karrion Kross going after him, being like, "I knew you were gonna do this to me. We have such a like what?" I don't remember that happening. Was Karrion Kross and him really
Not
getting
when I was
into each
watching.
other's way?
The only person that ever got in his way was John Gargano, and he never like attacked him or anything. He would just be like, "You're a jerk," and like break his pencil.
And Joe was. They showed a clip of Joe being a dick to him back in the day.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So he said
Regal's been there that long?
7 years.
Oh,
Been
wow.
there forever, yeah.
He's been the GM for 7 years. So he's still the GM. Joe's his enforcer. And then Joe is awesome at promos. And he cut a promo on Karrion Kross and basically said, like, get the fuck out of my way. Because the rule is if Joe gets touched by somebody, he can defend himself. But if they don't, he can't
He
put
can't
his hands
instigate.
on people.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the rule. So,
That's interesting.
which is
So,
kind
all right, if this is
of
a
good.
weird way to get him back in the NXT ring, then that's
Yeah.
fine, honestly.
So what happened later in the show was O'Reilly and Cole are still fucking fighting,
Which I don't have a problem with that, but they don't need to.
and
make
they're
them
gonna
fight
have
all the
they're
time.
gonna have another match,
Yep.
another
That's what we don't
station
need.
match, and Cole bumped into Joe when he was breaking up the fight, and Joe was like, he looked at the camera, like basically looked right in the camera, like, "Oh shit," and then choked out Adam Cole.
All right.
Yelled at him, choked him out, and then broke up the fight that way, so he could get control back to the NXT. I think he could be a lot of fun. I like it a lot.
This doesn't sound bad.
I like it a lot.
Could be used correctly.
They need this badly. They need something like this to try to. The music, we talked about the music, the toilet flush. Did they score again?
3-0.
Holy
Tampa Bay's pouring it on tonight.
God there.
Get that guy out of net.
Ouch. Come on, Islanders.
Oh, Jesus, still first.
Wow. And I think they need this desperately. NXT needs somebody to come in and freshen things up like this. So I think it's going to be a good thing, a positive change. And if they use him in sparing, here and there, and he has like a match or two a year, that's fine. I think that's good.
Yeah, I mean, he's a former NXT champ.
Yeah,
So
right.
you got to keep him strong, but yeah.
And this is a way for him to do stuff but not have to wrestle all the
Kicked it
time.
into his own net like a dummy.
What a dummy. You dummy. Oh, he's
There
out.
he goes. Bye, Varlamov. Chesterkin? No, that's the Rangers. Who's this dude again? He's decent, though.
Chesterkin? Is his
Chesterkin, I think. But I believe he's actually on the Rangers, and this is somebody else.
That guy's old.
He sure is. I think that's Andy Green, former captain of the Devils.
Wow. You're seeing this more and more. NBC getting more and more involved in the booking of WWE.
NBC?
Yes, sorry.
Okay.
NBC getting more involved in the booking.
No, I was making sure you were correct. When
Did
you
I
said
say it right?
But I was just because you got
Yeah.
two things here. So
Well, USA Network is owned by NBC.
I did not know that. Okay.
And they were pissed off because SmackDown gave away Hell in the Cell.
Like they did in the match.
They had a Hell in a Cell match before Hell in the Cell.
That's dumb.
It's real dumb. And they were upset about it because that's kind of fucking over their Peacock network right there.
Who at WWE is like, oh, it's a SmackDown right before Hell in the Cell. Let's put a Hell in. Like who's
not
saying
even
yes?
just,
We
like,
should do that, and then everybody
Tease
else.
a Hell in a Cell match. No, we're going to have a Hell in a Cell match.
Vince.
How dumb are these fucking people? Like this is ridiculous.
It doesn't make any
This
sense.
is how WCW ran themselves in the ground, doing stuff like this.
Oh my god, it's just mind-boggling
It's like if
how
someone
bad
gave,
they are.
It's like if someone gave WCW money and just kept giving them money.
Yeah.
Oh, you're dumb? Oh, okay. You're going to vacate all the titles? Perfect. Go ahead. Here's another $1 billion.
Jesus, I don't understand.
It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. AEW is going to finally start out their tour soon, and they're going to be in New York City at Arthur Ashe Stadium,
It's an outdoor venue.
an outdoor venue,
Good.
tennis venue.
Yeah,
That's interesting,
So-
but that's fine for a wrestling match.
It's
That's
a
that's
10,000 seat
really
place.
that big, huh?
yeah. Well,
Or is it 20? I don't know.
It's-
It might be 20.
It is.
Yeah, it's like a
kind
weird-
of like the mecca for
Right.
tennis in the U.S. So
It's I think is that where the Open is played?
yeah.
Yeah. I
So,
believe so.
that's pretty cool. I think it's actually an interesting idea to not do the same, the ball, what is it? The ballroom that wrestling places always use.
Oh,
and the,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
ECW place. Hammerstein.
Hammerstein.
Hammerstein Ballroom is what tons of people use. And,
Almost 24,000.
MSG.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a
Wow.
lot of people.
It's a lot of people for tennis.
Yeah.
MSG is too big right now for what they want to do. Plus, I'm sure there's some bullshit they would have to cut through to get in there because of
Oh, yeah.
WWE. NBC, we're talking about NBC again. NBC wants WWE to do specific themed nights on Raw because Raw is so bad. And they want them to do an NFL night.
Now, what do you mean
Yeah,
by
what does that mean?
Theme nights? Like the wrestlers
Like,
come out like we're
like
the Cowboys.
it's
this
old
week.
timers night. It's NFL night tonight. We're gonna have NFL style matches.
What is an NFL?
I don't
match?
know.
I thought you meant they're gonna have NFL players on it.
Maybe.
Oh, speaking of which, I was watching NASCAR last night with my dad,
Yeah.
and Alvin Kamara showed up.
Oh.
And
He's
NASCAR?
like a new ambassador for NASCAR.
Okay.
Where were they racing?
Nashville.
Well, I guess that's pretty close.
An ambassador. So he's not like part of a team. He's just a dude that shows up.
Yeah, he's just gonna show up and try to like, I don't know. I guess get more people to be fans of NASCAR.
I mean, that,
But it's NASCAR.
It is NASCAR. In the end, they drive in a circle for hours.
hours.
Yeah.
Hours and hours and hours. So yeah, NBC is pushing these goofball
That sounds horrible.
kind of things, and I don't think it's gonna work.
What are they?
So-
They're not pulling 2 million anymore.
No, they're under every
Aren't
time.
they under $1 million now?
No,
No, they're not under $1 million. It's
Oh.
like 1.8 that they're at, maybe lower sometimes.
Oh, it's
WWE,
NXT's under.
they're at 600,000. I want to say
Wow, they dropped even
700
more.
maybe on a good night. It's the Joe had a nice rating, I guess, for what they do.
Yeah.
It's on Tuesday nights.
Yeah, they moved it to a new night. You're gonna mess yourself up doing that.
Yeah, so it's gotten better because they're on their own now, but it's still not great. WWE want The Rock to come and wrestle at Survivor Series.
You want The Rock to wrestle every time.
I know. That's like the most.
I mean, I guess Survivor Series you can stick him in a corner and he doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah,
but-
I guess that's the idea. I don't know, but it made me laugh. WWE want The Rock to wrestle. Yeah, no fucking shit.
I bet they
want
do.
The Rock to be at my house every day. I want The Rock to be on the show. Come on, Rock. Time
That'd
for
be-
the segment.
That would be the best thing about the show ever.
If
easily.
Rock was on the show
Yes.
once,
Yes.
it would just
If he acknowledged the show, that'd be
Oh.
bigger than
then
anybody
every show
else.
we've done,
Yes.
all 335.
It would be bigger than all the other shout outs that we've received from wrestlers.
You mean Nick Gage? That's the only shout out we've got.
Conan.
Conan.
Oh, right. I
Yeah.
forgot about the first year. Laparca, Conan.
We had somebody else.
Who else? I don't think there was anybody
I could have
else.
sworn there was somebody else.
I don't
well.
think so. I think that's it. Those are our only friends. It's time for best match ever of the week segment. It is. I heard somebody talking about this match, so I went and watched it. It's fantastic.
I don't know anything about this.
Mr. Perfect versus Bret Hart for the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam 1991. I'm pretty sure this is Mr. Perfect's first ever loss.
Oh,
He loses to Bret for the IC belt.
with the belt he has it, or
Perfect has the belt, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. And he loses it to
So
Bret.
he was no longer perfect.
He was no longer perfect. But
How long was he perfect before losing?
It can't be that long, right?
it can't be.
It's like a year, maybe?
But it's just not even that much.
Probably not.
Sounds like a segment to be named later.
Yeah, and he probably wasn't even perfect during that run, I'm guessing. Like, he probably lost on house shows all the time, and they just didn't talk about it.
Oh, that doesn't count though. It's a house show.
Right. Bill, let's go out and watch that match. Bill, it's time for a segment to be named later. What you got?
I decided to take a bit of a dive this time into what we were discussing last week, and that is the history of Tiger Mask.
Oh, yeah. The real guy, not the cartoon.
All of it. Just
Oh,
what is
all of
Tiger Mask and like how did it? What
I
so
see.
It started as a manga.
A you manga?
Manga.
A you
Manga.
manga?
A manga series.
Yep, manga.
That's what I said. A manga series. In 1968, it was about a heel pro wrestler who was in the U.S. Then he returned to Japan and turned babyface when he went back home because he heard a kid say, "I want to be a bad guy like him," and he couldn't have that.
Oh,
Oh, no.
that's not okay.
It then became an anime series in 1969,
Hmm.
and then 2 movies were made, both in 1970.
Okay.
So it was nothing to do with wrestling other than that was the content of it. Until believe it was the early 80s when New Japan licensed the character to help boost their junior division. It was first portrayed by Satoru Sayama,
Okay.
who actually, oddly enough, also was the first wrestler to hold both the WWF Junior Heavyweight title and the NWA World Junior Heavyweight title.
Wow.
And then a year or two later to fight him, Mark Rocco, what was he, Rollerball Rocco or something like that?
Okay.
He was a junior, he was a very good wrestler at the time. He was the original Black Tiger.
Oh.
Now in 1984, All Japan bought the rights to the character. So they
Really?
had some dude named Misawa take over and play him.
Never heard of him.
Yep. he became Tiger Mask. But apparently they didn't bother to get the rights to Black Tiger.
Okay.
So it was just him fighting a bunch of dudes as Tiger Mask.
Just regular.
Yeah. It showed back up the character in New Japan in 1992.
How did they lose the rights?
I guess. I mean, 8 years later, they just didn't care anymore. I don't know.
They lost it.
Koji Kanemoto played it.
Okay.
But the problem was there was another masked guy in the junior weight division at that time. Somebody named Jushin Thunder Liger.
Oh.
Never heard of
Oh
him.
my god!
So-
At that time,
Same time.
holy shit!
So-
That's so long ago.
Yeah.
Liger wrestled for 40 years, right?
So he never really became the ace of the division. And also there was some dude playing Black Tiger at the time named Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So again, didn't surpass him either. So they had this dude playing Tiger Mask, and he was second fiddle to several people.
Who? Wait, who was Tiger Mask at the time?
Koji Kanemoto.
Oh, okay.
Tiger Mask 4 then became Yoshihiro Yamazaki, who took over in 95, and he became the longest tenured Tiger Mask, who basically has just always been Tiger Mask.
Is he still Tiger Mask?
I mean, he was from 95 to 2001 in Michinoku Wrestling, and then went to New Japan in 2002. And then there have been other ones since, but he's still kind of like the old school Tiger Mask guy that will show up for the old man matches and stuff.
Really?
Let's see. Black Tiger 3
Okay.
came around. This was some dude from Mexico named Silver King.
Oh, yeah, Silver King.
He was there before Tiger Mask 4 showed up, though. What? So he was just a bad guy.
Okay. Just by himself.
Then after him, Black Tiger 4 came around, and that was Rocky Romero. Took over the mask in 2005.
Right.
And he immediately then started to feud with... I'm sorry, he became Black Tiger 4. He then immediately started feuding with Tiger Mask 4, who is Yamazaki, the guy who's been Tiger Mask forever.
Okay.
So at this point, it's 10 years into his reign as Tiger Mask. Rocky Romero shows up.
Okay.
There was then Black Tiger 5 after Rocky Romero. Oh, no, was Rocky... Yeah, Rocky Romero was 4. Black Tiger 5 was some dude named Tatsuhito Takaiwa. And he was the first native Japanese wrestler to be Black Tiger.
Wow.
They only let foreigners play it before then, because foreigners are evil.
Okay,
obviously.
that makes sense.
Yep.
Because that you said Black Tiger, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Black
yeah,
Tiger 5.
That would make sense.
He played it for several years. In 2009, he got unmasked. In 2010, there was a Tiger Mask 5, sort of. He was an MMA fighter who just kind of hang out with OG Tiger Mask.
What?
Yeah, and in some other who cares wrestling in Maki Dojo.
Okay.
So there was a guy who doesn't really count in the history, but he called himself Tiger Mask.
He called
5.
himself, but we don't count it.
Let's see. There was Black Tiger 6. Very brief run in 2011. A month or two, and that's it.
What?
As played by one Tomohiro Ishii.
What?
He wore the mask for a while.
Seven Pitbull.
Yeah. Black Tiger 7 then took over in 2012. It was Kazushige Nasawa.
Okay.
So there's been a bunch of dudes rotating through. 2013, there was another movie, which then led to 2016 New Japan wanting to revive the whole thing.
Okay.
So then that's when Tiger Mask W, and it is separated with that W. It's not the same. That was, of course, Kota Ibushi.
Right.
And this I didn't realize, because there was no Black Tiger that he fought.
Tiger the Dark.
Tiger the Dark was ACH. He also fought Red Death Mask, as played by Juice Robinson.
Okay.
Whoa, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So this is something
Wow.
they've had going on for the better part of 30 years now, 40 years almost.
Yeah, but it doesn't
But
seem
it's
like they're
all
committed
over
to
the
it.
place.
Yeah, it's like
a mess. Sometimes there's one character, not the other.
Do we have current Tiger Masks?
he's
Black
the,
Tigers?
the old guy.
The old guy
The old
is
guy is
still
still
Tiger Mask, kind of.
Okay.
He just wrestles he wrestles every once in a while.
Yeah.
What about a Black Tiger right now?
There's
There
not
isn't one.
really.
There's no one?
Yeah.
Okay.
There isn't one there. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So it's been around forever, though.
Okay. That's a segment to be named later. I feel like you're going to have a lot of work with this Mr. Perfect winning streak thing. That's going to be tough.
Oh, he lost the second match. I looked it up.
That's going to be tough. Time for the other new weekly segment, How much is this shit going for on eBay? And I have a very special edition.
Because you bought it.
I literally bought an item on eBay.
Nerd.
So this is how much you paid for it.
Yep.
You nerd.
So let me explain.
Uh-huh.
So, wrestling VHS tapes are going nuts.
Okay.
People are buying them. This is insane, I know, but people are buying them and then having them graded, AFA graded, which is like you know how you can get cards graded?
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
They're worth. That
Yeah,
kind
if
of
they're
thing?
like a
Like to see if it's
10
mint
a
condition
10.0
or
mint or
whatever.
whatever.
Okay, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
people are doing that for video games, for VHSs, like
Damn.
it's starting to become a that's starting to become a thing.
I
So
gotta pull out my Pokemon cards.
oh, well, you should already have done that because if you get those
So gotta
graded, they're
wait.
worth tons of money.
Not yet. Gotta wait.
Wait for what?
Wait
The
a little
bubble
more.
is happening.
Little more.
The bubble is now for
Let it
Pokemon.
burst, and then
Yeah,
I'll see what
and then
happens.
Anyway,
Okay.
so I figured this would be fun. An actual in-hand purchase. How much is this shit worth? So I decided I was going to get in on the wrestling VHS game, and I said,
Now, do you have any way to actually watch this?
no,
Okay.
I was gonna say.
No.
You just bought something.
no.
Oh Lord.
I'm putting it on my shelf as a display item. I
It's
have.
a good one to have.
It's
I already
pretty
have
good shape.
multiple copies of this. It's not in terrible shape.
The box at least.
It's a little bit beat
not
up,
mint,
but
it's good shape.
so
It's good. Yes.
I'm not planning to get this graded. I'm not planning to do it. I just thought it would be fun to put on a shelf because, of course, I bought SummerSlam 1998,
Perhaps the greatest pay-per-view
which
of all
is a
time.
pay-per-view that Bill and I got as children and watched, and then literally watched it again twice.
And who we have? Who was that? It was Taker and Stone
It was
Cold.
Taker
on
and
there?
Austin on the
On the
front,
cover?
Highway to
Oh,
Hell.
and
And actually, funny enough, it's X-Pac and Jarrett on the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I really got this.
Forgot about that.
I really bought it off eBay.
Oh, Lordy.
And we
It
play
was-
this game. How much is this shit going for on eBay?
And you bought.
And
this.
right now,
you spent money on this.
Bill is up 2
to 1.
to 1
Yeah.
while I got on the board last week. So, it's Price is Right rules. Bill, since you lost, I'll let you go first.
How much money?
Or that you would not give you an advantage, right? So let me go
no.
Wally first because you won.
How much money you spent
What was
buying
the final
this?
amount?
Jesus Christ.
Final amount on this item. SummerSlam 1998 on VHS.
You shouldn't have gone more than 30, but I'm gonna say you did 25.
25.
Oh,
okay.
No, this was a $35 purchase.
You're both over.
Both over.
Thank
You're
God.
both over.
All right, good. All
Rebid.
right.
Rebid. So you said
You-
25. That was the lowest bid.
You
So
were,
it's under 25.
I'm gonna say you were a haggler. Then you went scouring and you got it for $12.50.
$12.50. Okay, Bill.
Should I go $12.50 and 1 penny?
One hay penny.
So 12. It's less than 25. It couldn't have been that much less.
$12.50 on the board right now.
$19.
The actual retail price was $12.49.
Are you shitting
So
me?
we're both over still.
What? $1 for shipping. So $13.49.
Okay.
So Wally wins. You are tied
wow.
up now.
All right.
2-2 on how much is this shit going for on eBay. $13.49.
So you should get that graded and sell it for like almost double the price.
I'm not gonna sell it.
Well, there
there
they
it
dropped
goes.
it.
Don't
I
get
just
it
dropped
graded.
it. I just dropped it.
That grade goes down.
No, I'm not getting it graded. It's a little rough around the edges.
Now,
but
how
I
do you
thought-
get things graded? Like,
You have to mail it into AFA and like pay for it with a check. It's like $50 to get it graded.
that's a
This is why
fucking scam.
I will
That is a
grade any
fucking scam.
any item you wish to send to me. I will grade it for $25 and save you a lot of money.
I'll just give you 10. If you give me 35, I'll give you 10. All right, the review of the week. It's time for the review of the week.
Diving into Jumanji 2.
We need more beer.
Do you need one?
Yeah, I'll put this back and I'll get you one. Or not. Never mind.
He's wearing Finn. I just noticed.
He's wearing a Finn Balor shirt.
Yeah, I just noticed.
It's Jumanji 2, the next.
Finn Balor still do stuff?
He's certainly not right now. He is off TV. He lost to Karrion Kross, and there was a report that he might go back to the main roster. Can you believe that?
Boy. Yeah, I can believe it. But
He might go back to the main roster. I'll do this one because you want the watermelon, I'm guessing.
I would have been happy with either.
Yeah, he might go back to the main roster. What do you think about that?
Wait,
You know,
who is that?
Finn Balor.
It's too bad
Oh,
for Finn.
my shirt.
Yeah,
Right. Okay.
Finn might
Yeah,
go
that
back
would
to
be
the main
terrible
roster.
for Finn. Please stay on NXT.
Yeah.
But what
Oh,
else
give
is he
me-
gonna do? He was champ forever, and
Finn and Joe.
again.
Why not?
Yeah, actually, why not run that back? Not like a forever feud.
What else are you gonna do? Right.
Work it up for next year. Work it up for a full year. That could be good. But they're not going to.
No.
Maybe. You never know. Jumanji 2.
Jumanji 2.
Then it's not actually Jumanji 2 though, even though it is Jumanji 2.
It's Jumanji the next level.
It's Jumanji the next level.
Technically, Jumanji 3.
Right, but the other one doesn't count.
This came out in 2019, and then we all saw it, and then we watched it again.
No, that's not what happened. Nope. You saw it.
I certainly did see it.
I can't believe you saw this. You don't see movies.
I believe I saw this in a theater where they would come and serve you food and drinks.
Was this
Oh,
in
those
Florida?
are the best fucking theaters.
No, they're the worst because sometimes they spill a drink in your lap, and the only thing you get from it is a "my bad," and that's it. So you just have to sit there with a wet lap the entire movie.
The waiter did that.
Yeah.
That happened during this movie?
It happened at the very beginning of this movie.
Oh my god.
And I didn't even get like a, hey, sorry, you can the movie's on us.
Here's
Nothing.
a free soda.
Nothing.
Wow.
Except I got laughed at by the guy who did it. So that was cool.
Should have dumped it right back on his face.
I should have, but there was children.
Setting a good example for the children.
That's right.
As you are known to do.
Actually, he is. So,
Yeah.
there's no joke on
That's
that
true.
one.
That is true. I was trying to do a subtle dig at you,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's not
Happy
real.
Father's Day, guys. I forgot
Yeah.
to mention at the top.
Were you also wishing Wally a happy Father's
It felt
Day?
like he was. It felt like he was.
Both of you.
Yeah, as far as we know, he doesn't have any children.
I do not have
As
children.
far
thank
as
you
we
very
We
much.
know
No.
he's got at least one.
Do not
He doesn't raise them, but he's got one.
I do not have any children.
He doesn't raise them.
Stop slandering my name. Spreading these filthy lies.
False, whatever.
Ugh, bastard.
When we watched Jumanji 1, whenever that was, 2 years ago now, maybe? I can't remember. When Mike said we're watching Jumanji with The Rock in it, I was like, oh, fuck. This is going to be brutal.
Yeah.
The Rock makes some bad movies.
Yeah.
I mean, I love The Rock, but he makes some bad movies.
Tooth Fairy.
Not his fault.
Never seen it, but I assume
Not
it's
his
I'm
fault.
assuming it's bad
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. What was that one we watched that long ago about the bank robbery?
Oh
Whatever.
yeah, Empire
Oh.
State.
Yep.
That wasn't great.
That wasn't great. You
So-
did love the one he did with Steve Carell, though, right?
Get Smart.
No, hated
love
that.
that.
Hated that. Hated that one.
It was okay.
So when he said we're watching Jumanji, whatever the first one was called, I was like, oh crap. And then I watched it. I'm like, I fucking love this movie. It was good. I loved it.
It was fun.
I think I liked it a lot because I thought it was going to be so bad, and it was so not bad
Yeah.
that I was just like, oh, I like this movie a lot. So I was excited to watch this Jumanji, the next level.
Wasn't bad.
Going in, I was pumped.
I'm pretty sure that they're all one series because it goes Jumanji and then the 95 Jumanji and then 2017 Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle. So like if it was just
Oh,
like,
it is. Like I feel like in the first one they reference stuff from the original.
They do,
but,
yeah.
But it is like a separate thing. It's a video game instead of a board game.
Yeah.
right.
There's no
So this is Jumanji 3.
no real connection to.
And I do think that it just in general they
The
do a
first
pretty good
movie.
job in both of the movies of like acknowledging like, all right, it's kind of dumb that it's, but we're just going to quickly put it in the video game and then we'll kind of like have fun with making fun of video game stuff too,
Yeah, and this is
and,
like
having extra lives and stuff.
one of the best like video games and movies
Oh yeah.
representation there is, right?
Yeah.
I can't think of another one that's any good
Yeah.
at all compared to this. So I was excited to watch it. I don't know if it if it got there for me.
No.
It wasn't great.
It was
fine.
a retread of a lot of the same old joke or the same jokes from the first movie.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
But-
I'll tell you who is incredible in these movies is Jack Black.
Jack Black.
Oh,
is very
yeah.
Good, yeah.
He is
Yeah,
Kevin Hart
very
is very good in them too.
He is good too.
I
He's
liked
not-
him
yeah.
pretending to be Danny Glover.
Yes.
Yes,
That
I
was
did.
funny.
I could envision him being Danny Glover more so than I could envision The Rock being Danny DeVito.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little troubling,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but fine, nothing terrible, but
Yeah.
uh,
So yeah, the first one was 4 friends get sucked into a video game. They discover that Nick Jonas also lives there.
right.
And then, like Jumanji,
But-
they got to like battle their way through the game to get out of it.
The biggest problem I think with this movie and that movie being better is that the Nick Jonas part I thought was really interesting. It was like a kid who had the game, who got sucked in there, and has been in the game for like 30 years.
Yeah.
Or 20, was it 20 years or 30 years?
I think it was
15
20,
years.
30 years, one of those.
So he'd been stuck in the game and he couldn't get out, and they saved him by beating the game and getting him out.
Yeah,
And then-
with them. Yeah.
Yep. And then I liked that he went back, like, he didn't miss any of that 20, 30 years that he was in the game. He came out of the game as a young kid back in
He came
his time.
right back into his own time and was able to
And then
have his-
grew
On
up.
his own time. Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
that's right. And then they
Yeah.
meet him, and he's an
And he's
adult.
already
Like,
grown up.
His
Yeah.
house was destroyed
Yeah.
when the movie started.
Oh,
But
right,
then when
right.
they walk by his house, it's like a nice house again. And
Yeah.
he answers and he's like, "Hey guys, it's me." And it was Colin Hanks.
Yep.
Oh, right.
So it's
His
like-
name. I could not remember his name for the life.
All
of me.
of that I thought was really good in the first movie. And they almost died, and he was on his last life or whatever, right?
Yeah.
For like 15
Yeah,
years,
and
he
but
was
he
on
didn't
his
know.
last
He's like,
life.
I don't know. It's been a while. Like, it's been like 15 years, and
Yeah.
like freaks out. He's like, I thought it was like a week.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
been stuck in there forever. So I thought that plot line was way better than anything in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
this is a lot of retreads. But
There was like
this
one-
is make a couple of them old guys who don't understand video games.
yeah, and then
Right.
the whole thing with when they went into the game took the 2 old guys from upstairs and not the girl who
Who was
was
standing
literally
right there,
standing.
yeah.
I was like, all right, well,
Yeah, because
why?
Yeah.
What was the reason for
Especially
that?
once we find out there are other characters that she could have been.
Yeah.
only because she was the one that had the connection to Colin Hanks.
Yes. And she had to go
So
find
she
him.
has to go find Colin Hanks so he can be convinced to come back and help.
But it's
No, it doesn't make sense
It doesn't.
why, but-
Yeah.
It makes no
But that's
sense.
why. Yeah.
But that's the reason.
Because they have a weird relationship where they like in the game we're like,
Yeah.
oh, you're hot, even though one of them was Jack Black.
Jack
But-
Black was saying that Nick Jonas was hot, even
Yeah.
though neither of them were those people.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
But then he named his daughter after
Bethany.
her, right.
Bethany, right? So we had to have that moment, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
All right. So this one opens up with a bunch of friends very excited. It starts with Bethany, who we were just talking about, being very excited to see her friends. Fridge is the giant football player. He's very excited. Martha is the not popular girl in high school who apparently is popular now that she's reached college, which is a thing.
Is a problem.
No. I would say she found her people.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
There's
Mm.
being popular in high school, and then there's finding your people in college.
That's fair. And then there's Spencer, who's the main character / the most annoying person in this movie.
Yeah.
Who's
Oh my God.
in New York City being miserable because he misses his girlfriend that he broke up with because she was having fun and he wasn't. It doesn't make a ton of sense. It just makes
She
you
was having fun
dislike him.
and he
Yeah.
didn't like it.
He was. Yeah.
It doesn't like the first one. He's sort of like a sad sap, like good guy. In this one, he just like is an annoying like. Why would you want to root for this guy?
Yeah. Yep.
You wouldn't.
So they're all they're all coming home for the holidays, and they're like, all right, we'll go get brunch tomorrow or whatever. Spencer like has a hard time even coming home. He gets like caught in the rain, and his suitcase breaks, and whatever. Gets home to find out that his mom's heat doesn't work, and his grandfather is not only living there, but living in his bedroom, and they are
They're roomies.
literal roommates.
But his grandfather is Danny DeVito, so it could be worse.
It could be worse. Danny DeVito is recovering from hip surgery, but also like wants people to like just leave him alone, let him do his thing.
Yeah, he's an old man. He's just like,
Yeah.
I can still
Let
do
me
everything.
die
I'm
in
fine.
peace.
Yeah. So because he's so sad and emo, decides the only thing he can do is he's just going to play this video game again because he wants to go in and be Dr. Bravestone again.
He wants to be the Rock.
Smoldering intensity.
Yes.
Which, to be fair, I'd want to be the Rock. Too.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Problem is, they actively smashed the crap out of his video game system at the end of the first one. So he has regathered it, but it's like broken. And apparently he fixes it just enough that he can turn it on. And that's enough.
Yep. And create a whole new level. I mean,
A whole new game.
A whole new game, yeah. Everybody's different. There's new characters. There's new levels. They create a sequel video game somehow by breaking it.
It's just one cartridge. It's not like there should be a second, but it has magic powers, I guess.
yeah.
Also,
it's all about the magic.
If
powers.
you know that Colin Hanks got trapped in this video game by himself for 15 years,
why would you try?
why would you then go alone into the video game by yourself?
Because he's just going to replay it. He knows the game now.
He thinks he knows the game, so
Oh, that's
he's
true.
just
He
gonna,
did say that. Yeah, he did say
he's
that.
just gonna beat the game and get out by himself.
He thought he'd be Bravestone again.
You
and-
just
and
go
be
through the
that-
levels.
yeah, and have that feeling and stuff.
But it wasn't.
Like that,
It wasn't easy.
No, it
They
wasn't.
almost
They
did
almost
make
died,
it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And they had to work together in the first one. There
Right.
wasn't one person on his own.
that's why the one dude could never get out because he was in there by himself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the next morning, Spencer's gone and his friends are waiting for him, and he never shows up for their brunch. So they actually go to his house to find him. Meanwhile, at home, Grandpa Eddie, Danny DeVito, gets a knock on the door. He thinks it's someone coming to fix the heat.
Nope.
Instead, it's Danny Glover playing, I assume, himself. And in this world, he is the old. Somehow, he's got an old connection, an old friend of Danny DeVito, but they hate each other now.
Yeah.
So they're having a very contentious breakfast, although it's only contentious on Danny DeVito's side.
Yeah. Glover's okay with him.
And we just find out that he's a slow talking old dude who
Very slow talking.
Never gets to the point.
Yeah.
That kind of. Yep. He's getting too old for this shit.
I wish he had said that.
Oh my god, I would have.
Why didn't he say that?
Oh, it would have been best if Kevin Hart had
Right,
said it.
right. Why
That
didn't
would've
Kevin
been
Hart
best.
say that as him? If we're like being crazy in this movie,
Which we should have been. Yep.
why didn't they do that?
Yeah. So they go to find him. They run into. Some of them know Spencer's grandfather, and then one of them recognizes Danny Glover, of course, because it's Danny Glover.
Hey, you're Danny Glover.
And then Danny Glover's like, "Hey, I'll make you eggs." So he's like, "All right, yeah, I'll gladly eat your eggs." And we find out that he used to like own like the two of these guys used to run
A diner.
a diner together. While they're there hanging out, they hear the Jumanji drum beats, and they go like, "Oh no, Spencer is an idiot. What did he do?" So go into the basement to find out, like, sure enough, he's not there, but all his stuff is. So he must have tried to go into this video game.
Yep.
So they decide, hey, we're all good friends here. We got to go do it.
We got to save him.
Fridge smartly is like, I don't want to do that. Remember, we swore that we never would, but the girls convince him to do it. So they go in, but then they see that it's not the same. They didn't get to pick their avatars like they did the last time. So Martha somehow is still going to be Ruby Roundhouse, the fighting chick that she was in the first one.
The hottie.
Yeah, Karen Gillan.
But
That's who that is. Okay.
Nebula.
Yeah.
Nebula.
Nebula and Avengers.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, wait a minute.
Blue chick in Avengers.
Blue chick. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
The blue one.
But this time, instead of being Kevin Hart, Mouse, Fridge is Shelley, Professor Shelley Oberon, who
Jack
is
Black.
Jack Black.
Right.
And he's like mad that like it's actually worse than being the little tiny person.
The guy with the backpack full of stuff.
I love that he tried to do 2 burpees.
Yes, yes. Yes. That whole like that's why Jack Black is so good. All right. I'm gonna get myself in shape. I know how to get in shape.
I've been doing it for 6 months.
Do a burpee. Oh god. Very funny.
So he becomes Jack Black. Then we find out that there is still Kevin Hart, but it appears to be Milo, aka Danny Glover. And then Bravestone shows up, and it's Grandpa Eddie, Danny DeVito, now being played by The Rock. And Bethany is not there, and they're very confused and concerned why she's not there. And then we go on for like 15 minutes about how old people don't understand video games. They're trying to explain it to them. They're struggling. Who gets eaten by the snake right away? Is that Jack Black?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because he's trying to explain,
Fridge
like,
is like
you have to be careful. If you're
Keep
near the
your head
water,
on a swivel.
look at
Snake.
the water, and then a giant snake just eats him.
Yeah.
So he loses a life, and we learned again, you get 3 lives, and then if you die, they assume that means you die. I don't think they ever have any reason to know that's the case.
I mean, it's a pretty fair assumption.
I guess.
You get sucked into a video game, you've got 3 marks, and then they gradually go away if you die.
We don't know. You might get to play again.
Is that what you assume about getting sucked into video games?
That's what I would assume.
Okay.
That's exactly what I would assume.
So they're trying to figure out what to do, and they're trying to explain to the old guys, listen, we know what we're doing. Just listen to us. Like,
Just follow our lead.
we get to see Nigel, the NPC character, who's basically the exposition, explaining what's going on.
Who was Murray in Flight of the Conchords?
Ginger balls. Present.
What else do I know him from?
He's in tons of stuff.
Yeah.
They get dropped in the desert, where, of course, right away an ostrich comes. And we find out that because he's Kevin Hart, now Danny Glover is the one who can... He's a zoologist. And he has the same reaction in the first movie that Kevin Hart did. He's like, why do I know this stuff? But because he's such a slow talker. He doesn't explain, and Fridge is trying to like hurry him up, like, please just tell us what we need to know. And so like he says as they're about to get attacked, like, when threatened, they will attack as like they start attacking.
Yeah. It splits who does it? It splits
It
Dwayne
kills,
Johnson? Right?
it
splits
kills The Rock.
Yeah, right in
'Cause,
half.
That's another funny part of this movie is that Danny DeVito's character as The Rock just wants to beat everybody up and fight everybody in the game, which is how I play video games.
He's like, oh, look
can-
at how like I'm strong and I can
move.
move.
And there's a scene later where he fights everybody.
I like how they
and
both
it's
just
very funny.
the 2 old guys at the very beginning when they turn into their characters, they just do like knees to the chest.
Yeah.
It's like, oh look, my knees go up to my chest again.
I can move
What
laterally.
does he describe Kevin Hart as? Did I become some kind of small Boy Scout? So they get attacked by the ostriches. They have to escape in dune buggies, which are there.
Of course, they're all there.
And Danny DeVito turns out to actually be decent at Braveheart in this, where he catches Kevin Hart getting yanked out of the window while he's driving, then goes over a jump to escape the ostriches.
It's
Then we
now
have the scene where they all get to
4-0.
like, oh boy. Good, it's going to get ugly. There's going to be fights at the end. Second period, yeah, it's going to get ugly soon. So they escape on the dune buggy, and then we do the scene where they all get to see their stats and find out about their characters.
Right.
And things have gotten worse for all of them. Even Bravestone now has a weakness, which we find out is Switchblade.
Right. Which only happens one time.
Yeah.
I thought it was they got more weaknesses from the first round from the first movie. Like,
No,
I was
maybe.
like, oh sweet, they like kept their weaknesses from the first movie, added something that might have killed them in the first movie, that kind of thing. But no, they just got new stuff,
storyline, new plot line, yeah.
new attributes, new
Yeah.
strengths, new
But
weaknesses.
Fridge is mad because now Jack Black's weaknesses are heat and like
Sand.
sand. And we in a desert.
But it's Jack Black saying it like that.
Yeah.
Which is very funny.
And then it doesn't ultimately matter. He can wander through the desert all day and he's fine.
fine.
Yeah. So they get out of there. We get in the 2 old guys, Kevin Hart and Jack and Rock, get into a fight, and Rock just kills him.
Yeah.
And he like comes back from like death or whatever. Well, I guess that's the end of that.
Yeah. Like, stop killing each other.
Yep.
We wander into town. We see the bad guys there. They have to like catch him, stop him. The first thing they got to get is this berry, this Jumanji berry, which grows on a tree, but it's like 100 pounds or something. So we get like just a fun acrobatics scene. But then we found out that there's water in Jumanji, and if 2 people get into it, they will like switch characters. Right now, it's just to find that out because they very quickly switch back.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he could just do it again and switch again,
Yeah,
but
like grab her and throw her into
Yeah.
the water.
yeah. Meanwhile, so they're split up, and the other two, Spencer and Milo, search for camels for the group. They need camels, and we find out that one of those new things is now Kevin Hart can also talk. He's a linguist, which means he can talk to animals.
You can talk to him.
He's a zoological linguist.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it's going crazy upstairs.
He's mad. Pissed about this lightning 4-0.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So while they're inside talking to camels, Rock is outside, and as you said, Ryan, starts a fight with every character that comes around, and he's beating them all up.
Does what I do in Grand Theft Auto sometimes when I'm bored, is just fight everybody
And just wait for the waves to come.
and wait for more people to come and fight them all. And then there's a scene where all the bodies are piled up. He's like, I am killing everyone.
And they had told him, like, keep a low profile.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, he's killed every character in the entire area.
Have they met up with
Oh yes, we
the
did.
girl already?
We did. We see that there's.
Oh
Ming
no, not
Fleetwood.
that girl. I meant the one who's what's his face now.
You mean Aquafina?
Yeah.
Oh. Yes. So we meet Aquafina, Ming Fleetfoot. Oh no, wait.
Ming.
Yeah, Ming
For sure.
Fleetfoot
That's right.
is a cat burglar, and we find out when Bravestone stops her from burgling. He's like, I don't know, they said thief, so I grabbed you. But we find out that that's Spencer. He's in this as a new character now.
Yep.
And he was trying to steal this ember something or other.
It was the jewel, the thing that they're supposed to
The
steal.
main thing that they need, yeah.
The jewel they need to show the sun or whatever.
So we do discover, well, at least we know where he is now. He's this other new character. And he
Well-
says, like, yeah, I want to be Bravestone, and I'm not.
You Albany's own Aquafina.
She's from UAlbany?
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
You Albany.
She's a good actress. I believed her as
As
Danny
Danny, she was a
DeVito.
better Danny DeVito
Oh.
than The Rock.
Oh, way better
Yeah,
Danny
I
DeVito
think you're
than The
right.
Rock. I had to remember which one she was.
Because they all switch bodies so many times.
Yeah.
So
Spoiler?
Well,
we find out that Switchblade is not a knife; it's an actual person
Yeah.
who then does kill the Rock by shooting him with the rocket launcher.
yeah, right.
And it kills the entire
It
group.
kills everyone
Kills them
that's
all.
around him. Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure at that point everybody's down to 2 lives except for Spencer, who's down to his last life. I think that's right.
And
believe so.
isn't
Oh no,
Bravestone's down to one life.
isn't
too.
Kevin Hart also down to 1 life because he got killed by The Rock?
it would be Kevin Hart and Jack Black would be down to 1 life then.
And I think also Rock, because he
How
got
did he get
didn't he
killed?
get hit by an ostrich or pecked by an
Oh
ostrich?
right, yeah, okay. So everybody except for
so many people are down
So
to
many
only
people.
one
I
life.
did at one point just give up on trying to keep track of lives. It was all over the place. So we get a scene. Yeah, we get the fight because then we find out that the reason they're estranged is they ran this restaurant business together forever. They were best friends. And then Danny Glover retired, and Danny DeVito did not want to, but
Yeah.
they had to sell the restaurant.
Yeah.
And so he was like forced into retirement, and he didn't want to do it.
It kind of sounded like Glover was the one who was like the owner of the restaurant, and by him selling, that kind of might have screwed over Danny DeVito, but I don't know.
He just didn't want to, I think, and he
Yeah.
was kind of forced into it. Let's see. Where were we? All right, so we do eventually get out of here. They have their camels. They're on to the next level, which, again, only Jack Black can see the map with the levels on it.
Right.
They have a bunch of rope bridges, and this is where Jack Black finally is like, geometry, this is one of my strengths. So he's telling them which bridge they have to take.
Which didn't really make sense because
Yeah.
all the bridges they came
Yeah,
together,
and they all just-
it was the only option.
They all just fall off anyway.
Yes.
They get attacked by these orangutans or whatever they are.
Mandrills.
yeah.
Mandrills.
You can tell by their colorful faces and buttocks.
And buttholes.
We get a long-winded explanation about what they are, and
I would like to know the difference between a mandrill and a baboon, though. That
Okay.
sounds like
you can
something
look that
would
up.
be-
It sounds like a segment to be named later. Tell us the difference between all the ape species, please.
So they do eventually get across this bridge. Bravestone does some Bravestone stuff. They get across, but they get surrounded by the primates. And all of a sudden, we see Alex Reek, I guess his name is. He's back as Jonas.
Nick Jonas.
Nick
is back.
Jonas, thank you. I almost said Joe.
I think it's Nick.
I believe
right?
you're right. I don't know, though.
It's Nick. Yeah, it's Nick. I'm looking at that.
So he's back, and we find out Bethany's with him, except now she's a horse named Cyclone.
Right. And why did all the mandrills just run away?
Because they, like, beat them up. They, like, knocked them away with on the horse. They, like, fought them off.
Oh, okay.
They're afraid of a horse.
So we find out now we're up to, what, we got 7, 8 players now?
So many players. And wouldn't it suck to play as a horse?
7
You
players,
would
yeah.
think, yeah.
It sucked to play as just a horse.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt it would suck. Because let's see what she does for the rest of the movie.
I mean, we've played Red Dead Redemption,
Yeah.
and you're on a horse a lot.
And just being the horse?
Yeah,
At least
I like skipping the horse part. Like every once in a while, I do like going for a ride in Red Dead, but I often map skip. Oh, here you go. They're fighting now.
The only time that I really pay attention while riding in Red Dead is when I was trying to do the missions where you're trying to break the time between two.
I never did
Two
those.
places.
Oh, right.
I gave up before I got to that. I was at like 91% or something. And I'm like, that feels like enough for now.
That part was actually easier than the other like horsemanship.
Well, the other ones
Things.
too, where you have to like get perfect kills. No, thank you.
Yeah, no.
No, thank you.
Clutterbuck.
He's got an A on his chest. Cal Clutterbuck. Way to go, Islanders.
A stands for asshole.
Sure does. Let's see. Where were we? Oh, we start. So we find out that Eddie and Milo have like a little chat where they're friends again, the grandpas, and we find out that Danny Glover is terminally ill. Says like, I don't have much time. That's why I came to see you.
Right.
So they get to the last level. They got to go into this castle up to fight the main boss, the big boss. And Fridge starts complaining because it's like we like figured out our avatars last time. We're all different. It sucks.
Oh, and he's got a hurt ankle.
Yep.
Yep.
His ankle
That's
hurts.
Jack Black. Yep.
And then we see this river with this glowing water. So like, oh, we can get back to the ones we want. They don't explain how they are able to pick.
Yeah,
who they,
right.
I guess you could like figure it out and just move the characters along or whatever. But we skip all that, and they're back to the characters they want. So Fridge is now Kevin Hart. He's like, I never thought I'd be happy to be this guy again. Bethany is now back to being Jack Black.
Right.
No. Oh yeah, Bethany. Yeah. Okay.
And she's like, oh, I'm so happy to be this character
She
again.
hugs herself
And
as
she's
Jack
like, oh,
Black.
my ankle's not that bad. I don't even know which one you were saying hurt.
Yeah.
Spencer is back to being Bravestone.
Mm-hmm. Danny DeVito becomes Ming.
Ming, and he's like cool. He's like, look, I have hair for the first time in 40 years. and
And she does such a good job of being an old man, though.
Yeah.
She does.
Yeah.
She's good.
And Danny Glover is now the horse, which I guess is good because now he's not going to be a long-winded talker. He's just a horse.
He's just a horse.
Yeah. So now they're ready. Now they can fight the big boss.
Who is the Mountain from Game of Thrones?
Is it really?
Is it really?
Huh.
I don't know.
Or is it No, not the Mountain. What's the Mountain's brother? Not the Mountain. What am I saying?
No, you're thinking the Hound.
He's the Hound.
The Hound and the
Hound,
brother.
The bad guy is the Hound. The actor who plays the Hound. So good.
Jurgen the Brutal.
I'm glad he's getting work. He was good in that show.
He's okay. This.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything in this movie, but I'm just
it is
glad
him.
he's getting work.
I did not recognize him.
Yeah, because he doesn't have a burned face. so.
That's probably why.
But he is kind of dressed up like a knight. It's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
So we get very quickly the horse and Aquafina get captured.
He was in Hot Fuzz.
Never saw it. 'Cause Shaun of the Dead was so bad, I just wasn't interested.
Wow.
Hot Fuzz wasn't terrible.
Sometimes British humor is just not funny.
Oh, see, I don't. I kind of like British humor.
Did you like Shaun of the Dead?
I don't think I watched that one. I've watched Hot
Because
Fuzz
it's one
enough.
of the
I
worst
watched
movies ever made.
like
hate
the
Shaun of the
IT
Dead.
crowd. That's a funny.
The IT crowd I've
Oh,
seen.
Very
Yep.
funny. But
Like I recently rewatched the Holy Grail.
Yes.
There are funny parts, but as a whole, not great.
Yeah.
Not great.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on.
There are funny parts. A I'll go
Come
back and
on.
face the peril. Things like
The
that.
There's a yeah.
what about
the worst
she
part?
turned me into a newt? That's hilarious.
Oh, I got better.
Yeah. Like I said, there are funny parts,
What
but as a whole,
floats in water?
it
Very
just
small rocks.
drags.
What about the
The end. I think that's the worst part of it. Is the end. It just they get arrested and that's it. It's like okay, so there's no actual end to the story.
God is funny in it? The God guy.
It's all right.
Really?
Yeah.
mean,
and I was
the-
gonna rewatch Life of Brian too, but then it took all the wind out of my sails. I'm like, I can't do another one.
Wow.
The killer bunny retreat.
Right.
That's
The
okay.
Killer Bunny.
Run away. That's
The best
what it
part
It's
is-
run away. Run away.
The best
Run
part is
away.
definitely the
Knights
French
Hussein
dude
knee.
still, though.
Oh, what kind of swallow?
No, the guy in the castle.
Oh, okay.
Frenchman?
Your father was a hamster and your mother smelt of elderberries. I fart in your general direction. With
Which-
my private parts at your auntie's.
Okay.
What about the virgins? That part's funny.
Uh,
Where he like goes into the
He's
house
funny.
of
I will
virgins.
face yes, there are funny parts, but the movie itself just drags. It's
I
not that
learned
good.
I learned the actual reasons behind why mother was a hamster and father was an elderberry, and I'm pretty sure it was mother was a hamster because it just means like she has a lot of sex because hamsters have a lot of sex,
Okay.
and father smelled of elderberries means he's a drunk.
Oh, okay.
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 So she's a whore and he's a drunk.
Sure. Okay. That makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
And I just always loved I fart in your general direction.
I still say that to Siobhan. like every couple months, I'll just text her out of the blue, be like, "I fart in your general direction."
Where do
So-
we leave off?
Yeah.
Okay. So the old guys get captured.
right.
Now the original team has to like go and figure it out. So what do? Is you put the two guys that are actually good, like the two video game characters, separate them from the ones that are not. That's what they seem to do.
Yeah.
Of course.
So the two ones that are good decide, let's scale an ice mountain. And the other ones are like, all right, we'll sneak in. So Nick Jonas is like, I'm sort of dressed like them. I'm just going to walk in. You guys like stay here. And then the other
They
two
don't. They
just
don't.
also try to walk in. They get stopped, but they think that they are the brothers
Cologne check, something like that.
Which is
who are part of the game. They have to go
Yeah.
and make a trade.
right.
Like, we are them. And then we get a little bit of their backstory. And Jack Black plays like the cleverest man in the Jumanji. He's like, yes, that is I.
Yes.
And then Kevin Hart is the bravest man in Jumanji. He's a eunuch who sacrifices testicles.
To save
No.
Jumanji or
And
something.
he doesn't want to.
He's like, no, I have my balls.
Shut up, balls. Wonder.
'Cause that's fridge at that point,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I have my balls. And Bethany's like, yes, in spirit, you have your balls. And he's
funny.
like, yep, I guess that's me. Ballless. But so they not only get in, but they're like ushered in as guests of honor.
Yeah, they're confused.
We find out that they're there to get it, but before they can do it, their sister has to come and marry the bad guy, and they don't have one, so they're about to get their heads cut off. When Ruby Roundhouse shows up, it's like, I am their sister who is here to marry you.
I keep wanting to call her Ruby Riot, and I'm like, nope, that's right.
Different.
Roundhouse.
No, that's a wrestler.
Yeah.
Or was a wrestler, as we'll see in a minute.
Oh yeah. Meanwhile, when they're going, Spencer and Martha, they fixed all their issues. They're back together now. Cool.
It's real quick.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, we're good.
So we get into a big fight. This is the final battle scene. Martha beats up most of the people because
She's a dance fighter,
yeah,
right? In the first one?
Fridge goes into his backpack and finds a
Finds a boom box.
a boom box.
Right. That's what that
Because
was
in
about.
the first movie, she's a dance fighter.
Okay, because
She
I
fights
like
via the power of dance.
he pulled out the boombox. I'm like,
What
what
is this-
the
what is
fuck's
this
going
reference?
on? Yeah, I did not
It
remember
was a
that.
reference to the first movie.
And so she kills everyone except there's one. Actually, I thought it was funny when Jack Black kicks one dude in the face. He goes, we did it.
Jack Black's so good in these movies.
So while this is going on, Rock goes to find the main bad guy. Finds out his weakness is Jumanji Berry, which they just so happen to have. So he smushes it on the dude, and right away it's like Samson. He is much weaker and actually able to be fought now.
Mm-hmm.
They get onto his Zeppelin, his blimp,
Oh boy.
because that's what he travels in, but it's got rockets on it. It
This is
appears.
when the movie starts to really go downhill.
This is when they're
Yeah.
trying hard just to wrap it up.
Yeah, it's not good.
So we get in a fine, not great fight. The end of it is the bad guy's dying, and Rock is gonna die too.
Yep.
Except then
but
The horse.
the horse just jumps off the cliff after them, and we find out he's actually got wings.
the
He's
horse
a
has wings.
Pegasus of sorts.
Yes.
So,
So,
he
yes.
flies down, rescues them, and they have to show it to the sun. So they fly up over the clouds so they can.
Yeah.
Danny Glover is a Pegasus.
And then somehow he knows to yell Jumanji, even though the rest of the movie he doesn't even know how to say the word Jumanji.
And then he says Jumanji,
yeah.
which I guess counts.
Yeah.
Which
Danny
is funny,
DeVito.
but it is
Aquafina
Aquafina saying
playing
it.
Danny DeVito
So it's like,
saying
that's
Jumanji.
funny.
Yeah.
That's still funny.
Yeah.
The Nick Jonas saving the horse bit,
Oh yeah.
I really thought he was going to die. I thought they were like, all right, well,
we're
he,
gonna kill him now.
yeah, I was like, he made it out of the first one. He's not going to make it out of
I
this
thought
one.
he was gonna like cower away, and be like, I died twice. I'm out, guys.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
I thought there was something. Yeah, there should have been something there, but nope, nothing.
Not enough of the meat on the bone for Nick Jonas.
Yeah. So they all get out, except for right before they are about to shake Nigel's hand, which is I forgot how you get out of the game in the end.
Yes.
Danny DeVito is talking with Danny Glover, and Danny Glover basically says to Kevin Hart, like, I think I'm going to stay here and protect stuff. And they're like, yeah, you'll never get out of it. And he's like, yeah, I know.
I'm a 75-year-old guy who's got cancer. Of course, I'm going to stay in the game.
I just learned how to fly.
Yes.
I'm a horse with wings.
He
Come on.
stays as a Pegasus in the game, and they all get
So
out.
Danny Glover stays, the rest get out. Everyone's happy. They end up going to Nora's like they're supposed to, which is the name of the diner.
Mm-hmm.
We find out is Danny DeVito's old place. It was bought by a woman named Nora.
Right.
But they bring Danny DeVito in with them. It's his first time being there. He gets sad. Then he meets Nora.
They've got a picture of him and Danny Glover on the wall
Yeah.
of this new place,
Right.
Yes.
which I don't know many places
That have the pictures of the old owners on the wall.
of an other restaurant on the wall. Yeah.
It's a place that people have come to love.
It's a big deal.
apparently.
It's a big deal.
He ends up talking to Nora for the first time in years, and she's like, "It's really hard. We don't like. It's hard to find someone who can manage this." And he's like, "I'll do it. I'll come work for you." And then he smolders at her.
Right.
That was another good one.
And this is funny because I'm pretty sure this lady is Frasier's ex-wife
Oh, okay.
in Frasier and in Cheers,
Okay.
and his wife was on Cheers.
Perlman?
Rhea Perlman was on Cheers with this lady.
Didn't they get divorced also?
They are also divorced, yeah. But Rhea Perlman was on Cheers and acted with this woman. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
So just kind of weird.
Oh, this lady was on
She
Cheers?
was also in Cheers. Yeah,
Nora?
I'm pretty sure.
Let's see.
So yes, he is apparently gonna nail Nora, and then the best friends are all back together. The boyfriend and girlfriend are back together. Everyone's happy. Did you
Yeah.
guys stick around for the mid-credit scene?
Yeah, I saw it. It's,
The
um,
ostriches running through the...
Yeah.
Okay.
The repairman,
That-
man. Shows
I was
up.
not happy
Repairman,
about
man.
because the entire thing takes place in the
the
video
game,
game, and then
It's only the first one where they're not actually in a game, and the game comes to them.
Yes.
Yes.
well, you could get sucked into the game.
Yes.
Didn't love it.
Wait a second. No, this. Okay, so she was. Holy shit! She was Nora Shepherd from the first movie. She was the
Oh,
parent,
what?
the guardian of the two kids, who.
In the movie?
Yeah, the one kid
Totally
gets turned into
didn't
a
he?
monkey. The
Oh.
girl with the blonde.
Oh
she was
my
the
God.
she's
Like
the,
their
the
aunt or
guardian.
whoever
Yeah,
who
she was
takes
the
care of them?
aunt. Yeah.
What?
Oh, so they really did connect it to the first movie.
Yeah, because
Whoa.
like the first thing I saw, like I came to her IMDb page and I scrolled down and I see a couple pictures, and then the third, fourth, and fifth picture are from the first Jumanji, and I'm like,
No.
that looks familiar.
No shit.
And
Oh,
yes,
okay. So
she-
that's kind of fun.
I do like that
was-
connection, yeah.
She
Yeah.
was on Cheers as well.
Yeah, she was Frasier's ex-wife.
Are
Wow.
we going to then get another one?
I assume. We must.
They're probably gonna do one.
We
more.
must. All right, so that was Jumanji 2. Wally, it's time for a top 5. Do you have one?
We can do that at the end. Let me see if I can.
All right, quick
Pull one out of my
hitter.
arse?
Couple quick hitter. Real quick, I just want to get your quick reactions to these. Ted DiBiase took a bump on NXT.
Took a good one.
La Knight punched him in the
Went
face.
full flatback. I did
La
see that.
Knight.
La Knight punched
Not-
Ted DiBiase, and then
The other guy?
the other guy came out to help him up. And like,
So this
shake
guy
his
that
fist.
he's been
yes,
tormenting
Yes.
comes out and helps
Yes.
him up.
yes, yes. They're friends now. They're friends now.
Yeah, I don't
They're
love that.
just a couple of billionaires that are just totally
God.
tight.
And
They-
while Ken Grimes can do it, he shouldn't be like just a babyface.
Yeah, he's a baby.
They were
face, helping
so
out Ted
close to
DiBiase.
making this good.
They went halfway there. La Knight beating up Ted DiBiase. Brady and Cody had their baby. Renee and Moxley had their baby. A lot of babies. All the babies.
All the babies in real life happen.
Yeah, all the babies in real life happened. MJF.
Oh, what was Brandon Cody's baby's name?
Liberty.
That's right.
Liberty.
Yes, indeed.
MJF has his own Bitcoin now. You want to invest in MJF coin?
Wally, you're an investor.
I've
You're an
got
investor.
Dogecoin.
You want to get in on MJF coin?
Let me see if I can even look that up.
It's on his Twitter. There's details on his Twitter on how to do it. Very interesting. Very bizarre.
Apparently, like, it's not easy to set up those kind of coins.
No, I don't think so.
Can't imagine.
He's got all kinds of like.
Well, Bitcoin is falling apart now because China's shutting down all their data mining operations.
And that's hitting Dogecoin too. So
Yeah.
I should have sold out.
Shit. Well, maybe
Oh,
you need to get involved.
You thought
in,
Dogecoin was the future of the economy?
Yep.
Maybe you need to get MJF coin now. ACH retires again.
He's done this 4 or 5 times, right?
I think it's only twice, but ACH retires again. Unfortunate.
Okay.
I don't know why. Makes no sense. He's a good wrestler, but whatever. Hopefully, if he wants to stay retired, he will stay retired this time. Arn's kid had his first match on AEW.
How'd he look?
Brock Anderson. Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah.
Fine. We got a little scrum
dance,
going.
little dance here on the hockey.
Brock Anderson. He's not in the greatest of shape. He looks like a very young Arn.
Yes. The difference was Arn always had old man strength.
I think he might have the strength. He just doesn't look like he has the strength.
Gotcha.
And then in the last quick hitter of these quick news items is Ruby Riott, we mentioned her earlier, will not be going back to Heidi Lovelace.
This is interesting.
She will be potentially Ruby Soho now,
Which
is a Ramones song.
yeah, I don't hate it because it's Rancid song, I believe.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry, Rancid.
But
Which she is friends with those guys, I'm pretty sure.
Punching straight on that helmet
and
right there.
the connection to Ruby Riott is probably would help her because I feel like Heidi Lovelace isn't a big name.
She said it was some dumb name somebody gave her in training,
Okay.
and she never really liked it that
Okay.
much.
Well, I actually don't mind Ruby Soho.
So, yeah, I think that'll be fun. Hopefully we see
5-0 in
her
this one.
soon. There was another skull and a fight. So many things are
What a
happening.
game! And also, there's a monsoon outside. It appears.
Mm-hmm.
Is there?
Yeah.
Sounds like.
I can't hear it. I have the headphones
Yeah,
off. So I
that's
can't.
what- But
Oh,
there's a
okay.
monsoon going on right
It's a
now.
monsoon going on.
But also that means that it's going to be 20 degrees cooler when we leave here, which is fine.
True.
And your house won't be 89 degrees.
No, it'll be down to like an even 80 right now when I get home.
Fuck.
You didn't turn your airs on either, did you?
No, I left my windows open in my car.
Right now?
Yeah.
You want to go out and shut them?
No, it's okay.
Too late now.
It's too late.
Do you want to do a top 5?
Yeah.
Why, your car gets flooded?
I just came up with one.
Top 5 reasons my car needs to get detailed tomorrow.
Top 5 clubs that I can use to hit the golf ball with.
Okay.
Number 5 is my 9-iron. I'm okay with that. Number 4 is my 5 hybrid. My hybrid 5 wood.
Interesting.
It's not. It does
Okay.
me pretty good.
Did you play golf recently? Or is this
I've
just-
got
This is
a
one-
best ball tournament on Thursday that
Oh,
I'm
it's
playing
this
in.
week. Okay.
So yeah, I'm
I
praying that I get one good shot.
One shot.
Just one.
My number 3 is my putter. I'm a decent putter.
I'm a terrible putter.
Number 2 is my wedge. I just gotta. I'm not great with the distance part, but I get under it. It works.
Okay.
And
This
I
is the
and
key
I
to the wedge,
but like I hit it straight when
Right.
it, like I'm
Okay.
hitting it straight at least. And then number one is my 7-iron. That's the one that I can like every time I hit it, it's actually good.
okay, that's good.
Okay.
Like 9 times out of 10, it's going straight and it's got some loft. It's good. Everything else, like my driver, I might as well just leave that in the bag.
That's not your number one club here.
I've got nothing with it. I actually might leave it in the bag on Thursday.
Oh my god.
Just be the last one to go, so everyone else can blast off, and you're like, all right, I'm going to tee off with my 7-iron, guys.
I'm pretty sure it's a best ball tournament I'm playing in.
It's gotta be.
I mean,
right?
that's normally what
If
they
it's a
are.
tournament, it's 6-0.
And it's
Bay.
and it's a fundraiser, so
Oh my.
Yeah, it sounds like the setup of a best ball.
exactly. Like I just assumed it was
Yeah.
a best ball. Are there
Uh,
own goals in hockey?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they give it to
was
somebody,
was
don't
the
they?
first or second goal?
they give it to. No, okay,
They
no.
give it to the guy who's closest.
It counts as a goal, but it's not an own goal.
Oh, okay.
They give it to the last guy that touched it.
Okay. So even if it's not going on net,
Whoever touched it.
That's the difference. In
Yes.
soccer, if the shot's going on net and a defender touches it and it like redirects it and it still goes in the net,
Yeah.
it counts as the person's goal. But if it's not on target and a defender hits it and it goes into the goal, then that counts as an own goal.
No, they will award it to somebody, and I know that because a year ago, 2 years ago, what is time? When I was at an RPI game in the somewhat recent past,
Okay.
I saw something I'd never seen before, and Tom Cashin said, I have never seen that before in all my life of hockey.
Wow.
It was a delayed penalty, which is to say, so the way it works is if it's a penalty, the next time like the offending team touches the puck, it's dead. So if you get a penalty like against you and the other team still has it, they can go and do whatever they want. As soon as you touch it, it's over.
Right.
So you'll see if they have possession, the goalie will leave, and now you got 6-on-5.
Yep.
RPI did this, had some bad pass go backwards, and shot it into their own empty net on a delayed penalty.
Wow.
It's possible to do. I had never seen it. Tom Cashin had never seen it in 60 years.
So it was the only way to score it is an own goal.
Yes. It still counts for the other team, like someone got credit for it, but yes, they put it into their own net
Wow.
because it's RPI hockey.
Ouch.
Yikes.
Ouch.
Yikes.
All right, we're about to get out of here. Before we do, I want to show you what Nikki Cross looks like now.
Okay. Oh my god. I couldn't hate it more.
I don't know who Nikki
She
was. She the
was-
wait? No, she was the
she
the
was
insanity
this.
girl.
Yes.
And now she's that.
She was that.
Yes.
Now she's this.
Oh,
She is a
She looks like a superhero.
She's some kind of superhero. It looks really stupid.
It does.
She's hanging out with Alexa Bliss, so you know it's dumb.
I mean, those two seem to actually genuinely like each other, so good
I
for them, I
don't
guess.
know.
but-
Yeah, maybe they do. I don't know, but yeah.
Let's cross applesauce, right?
Sure, that was all right. But dear Lord, Nikki Cross is a superhero.
Her as insanity person or sanity person
was
yeah.
so over.
fighting against Asuka.
What about when
was
she
really good.
slapped Ciampa?
Yeah, it was awesome.
right. They were sanity, not insanity.
Yes, they were sanity.
Just
Yes.
sanity.
Yeah, when she slapped Ciampa, it was
That
excellent.
was like, oh, what a moment when she slapped Ciampa. It was awesome. Anyway, all right, this is over. We're going to be playing more Journey of Wrestling on Thursday. Dan that didn't have supposed to be there. I don't know if you guys are going to come, but if not, we'll be playing WCW. We'll be making it a podcast. And I had another idea. I don't know if we want to do this maybe later or another time, but I was thinking it could be fun to do a separate bonus show that's going over pay-per-views, but every SummerSlam ever.
Oh.
One at a time. Every SummerSlam ever.
Is that going to take the place of our?
No, I don't think it would.
So you want to
I
go
think it would
back to
be
the
a separate thing.
You want to go back to the 2 show?
Every SummerSlam ever.
Okay.
I would
know.
gladly talk about them. I can't promise I'm willing to go back and watch everything.
Well, you would
That
have
is
to. And, oh,
fair.
somebody just died.
Oh, somebody did just die.
Somebody just got. Oh, it's now getting real bad. It's been real trippy. All right, go check that out. Follow us on Twitter. I want to watch these fights, and peace out.
We're going to watch the next 2 episodes of
Oh,
Jupiter's
yeah.
Legacy. There you go.
I forgot. You were next.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, you're next.
Yep.
They haven't pulled it from Netflix yet?
More Jupiter's
No,
Legacy?
they're going to keep it on Netflix, obviously.
Yeah,
They're
we'll
just
see.
not going to make more episodes, which is a
How many
poor decision.
are there left?
We've got 2 more of me going. So 4 more episodes.
2 episodes this time and 2 more after that.
Yep.
All right, sorry. Jupiter's Legacy is next. Wally, you're going to do the review.
Yep. It'll be quick.
We'll be getting close to the end of that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What happened to him?
They were doing the thing where they push each other in the face. I don't think he was trying to make it dirty, but he basically cross-checked him right in the face, in the bridge of the nose, I think.
Ow.
He hit him with his
So
stick
he's all right.
in the face.
Ooh.
He's all right, though.
He
Oh, no,
might be
he's
concussed.
going away.
He's
Doesn't
concussed.
have any blood.
Because that part's fairly normal, but that it's the type of play that it wasn't supposed to go down like that, but it did.
Yeah.
Ouch. All right, this episode's over. We're going to go get rained on and try to flush out Wally's car. The 10 gallons of water that are in there right now.
Damn.
All right. Peace out.
See ya.